Hi everyone. So I'm going to have a little chat about my, I suppose, time with the Majestic Hero longboard that was kindly provided by the e-scooter clinic in London. So thanks guys for that. It's been much appreciated. I've had a lot of fun on this board. I'm going to show you some footage in between me talking about it, my experiences and what I think as well. And there is a couple of videos that I've done, both an unboxing and kind of first impressions and specs and things like that. So check it out here. There'll be a link here somewhere. Quick overview specs: 30 odd mile an hour speed, 30 odd mile range board, 4,000 watt motors, approximately 11.5 kilos in weight. Comes in 80 and street wheels with a kind of bamboo layered deck as well. The remote is a traditional kind of wheel remote. Now, for me, I suppose the impressions of that first and foremost. Now, there is two versions of the remote that you can get. The wheel version, and I think there is like a trigger type version, a bit like the old Evolve boards. But for me, I don't personally like the roller the roller controllers. I feel that whilst acceleration is fine, to get back to your brake is very much either let go and then pull back, or having to pull all the way back. It's a minor thing, but I prefer the old Evolve ones where it's more of a trigger type thing, a trigger for the accelerator and a trigger kind of thing for the brake. Personal preference. Other things I think I've noticed whilst riding, the grip tape isn't particularly great. In my opinion, it's starting to come off a little bit towards the top or the front of the deck. I personally think it should have a bit more hardware in grip tape and across the deck, not just like the strip lines that it does have. Again, personal preference. I'm sure if you bought one of these boards, you could change that. Just a quick shout out as well that there is a discount code in my description below. If you want to buy one of these, you get some money off. I get a little bit of a kickback, and that goes towards the channel. So use that discount code if you fancy buying one of these boards. I think the tires, the 80 tires that I have on here, the 6-inch ones, they're fine. I think they're fine for more road riding though. I would prefer something that I had previously, which was the a third party, where they're a bit more knobbly sort of tires and they're a bit hard wearing, especially if you're going to do trails. I haven't managed to do proper trails, to be honest, because the weather's just been awful in the UK at this time of year. At time of recording, it's January, so I started in December and a bit of January riding as well, and the weather's just been rubbish. But saying that, I think the AT wheels have handled very well. Um, like I said in previous videos, the build quality of the board is brilliant. I think it, for the price of the board, it's a really solid board. I love the drop deck. Um, Probably another thing which I haven't really had to experience for some time, because I've been riding unicycles, is that mud guards. Now, mud guards on, if you get a decent one on the unicycle, you don't get any flick of mud. No, it's just they got loads of like mud flicking up from the wheels. Now, they don't look particularly great on boards, mud guards, but in my opinion, I think it needs something to stop the mud flicking up and things like that if you're going to ride in, certainly in these sort of conditions as well. Speaking of which, whilst the board isn't waterproof, it's water resistant, and I've had no problems with this board whatsoever. I did, if you see in a previous video, got stuck in a rather large, say puddle, but some water. Board's been absolutely fine, no problem at all. So 2-3 weeks after that happened, the board's had no issues whatsoever. Um, we took it around Lee Valley Park at the time of this recording as well. That was a lot of fun. You'll see some footage in there. I'm not a particularly fast rider by any means when it comes to like boards. I'm more of a cruiser. I've tried all modes. First is obviously a learner one. Second is you get a reasonable amount of speed, but nothing like crazy. It's more the cruising, which I like. Then you got 3 and 4, the fast speeds. Obviously up to about, it says 31 miles an hour or 50 kilometers per hour. You can probably take that with a grain of salt because of like, changes depending on weight, etc., and all the rest of it. So maybe have a little bit less than that. Overall, the board's very comfortable to ride. It's very stable. It's got Kingpin trucks, which I've ridden before. They're fine. Personally, I have them a bit tighter than probably most. I'm not a huge carver, but again, really well, solid made, and I would say a bit more solid than many other Kingpin truck boards that I've ridden before as well. I don't know what else to really say about this, but this brand, Majestic boards, they're built in Poland. They're being distributed, it seems, by e-scooter clinic in London as well. So I think, maintenance wise and fixing wise, I think you'll be fine with the guys in at e-scooter clinic. And then, having the company based in Poland, if you're in Europe, then you're going to be quite well supported, I believe, from this. The board all round, I think if I was going to buy a board at this price, it's definitely in one of the running of the ones I would buy. Um, I'm an EUC guy. If I'm honest, I can't see myself ever going back to a board. Riding this board for the sort of month that I've had it. It's probably just really confirmed that there's nothing wrong with the board. I think the board's great. It's I will test ride things, anything like this. So that's really good. But I think EUC is still my first love. It hasn't really changed my mind on that, but that's fine. Like I said in the previous video, some people have got everything: one wheels, unicycles, boards, etc., and they like all those things. I've come from boards to one wheels to unicycle, so I've just done that progression, and it's probably room in the house is another thing as well. The unicycles take up quite a lot, so having a board as well is just an extra bit of room. But I think the board is a great board. It's if you're looking for, whether you're I suppose a beginner or a more experienced rider, this board's got quite a lot to give. If you're a newbie, then it's got the stuff to get you going and to be able to learn at the lower speeds. And also, like, if you're a more skilled rider, then you've got that extra speed and everything that you want to get out of it. Hills, it was absolutely fine as well. There's plenty of torque on this board. It's no problem at all. And generally, I like it. I've said it countless times probably in this video and other ones, but I generally like the board. I think it's a really good board. I think it's a reasonable price for the board as well. And if you are looking to get one, then check out eScooter Clinic with the links below, and have a look at that and see if you want one of these boards. So this will be my final video on the board. Just a last shout out to eScooter Clinic and Majestic Boards for sponsoring the last few videos. All my thoughts and impressions are my own, so if I didn't like the board or I didn't like the product, I would say so. And actually, eScooter Clinic have asked me to be honest and open around the board as well. But apart from a few niggly things, I really can't find fault with the board, and I think anyone buying it will be more than satisfied and happy with the purchase. So big shout out to eScooter Clinic. Much appreciated, guys. Hope to work with you again soon. And until next time, and I will see you on the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.
just wanna